Hello, and welcome to my craft time. I like to take a few moments to transition into intentional activities. Moving my body is a really helpful way for me to drop more deeply into the moment. Let go of what I might have been carrying from earlier on in the day and really just come into a moment of what I would call prayerful intention. I think the word prayer might lose some people. Semantics. Move that out of the way. Semantics. Is an O or an E? So Semantics. Or is it semantics? Antics, anyway. This is something I'm going to take some time to discuss on this platform, that my debut post. I'm going to talk about semantics and somatics. I'm going to be kind of learning with you. Somatics, as I understand it, and I'll do some more research into this, but that's like the experience of your body. Somatically speaking would be physically speaking, the sensation of having a body. Somatics. And in this segment of the conversation, maybe over the next few videos, maybe beyond that, I'm going to talk about the semantics of somatics, or semantics of somatics. Learning the language of your body, how it expresses to you ideas, inspiration, comfort, pleasure, desire, curiosities. We're going to talk about how your body might express itself through that sort of term, somatics. I'm getting slightly off subject because I guess being in front of a camera makes me a little uncomfortable for a multitude of different reasons. First of all, it's a lot of attention that I'm actually, I guess you could say that I'm asking for your attention because you're a member of my community. And at this point, the people who I'm thinking of sharing this video with, you're someone who means very much to me. And I enjoy this experience of cooperative creation, cooperative exploration, this sort of philosophical conversation about what it means to have a body and what it means to be in community with a sense of consciousness. I suppose these are the kinds of things that I ponder all the time, and I don't always get to these conversations with my friends or loved ones, and so I'm exploring these conversations here with you and I'm doing it today with the inspiration and the collaboration and great assistance of Enthusia Arts. I've had a hard time. I recently moved, and I'm like kind of on the road, and I have had a hard time coming back to the art making process. And so I reached out to my friend with Enthusia Arts and was like, hey, can you give me a prompt? Well, first, like, Enthusia Arts is an amazing organization that encourages art making and community building from an education standpoint through art. So creates art experiences as well as makes really incredible pieces of art, and usually has a sense of spiritual curiosity and inquisitiveness to their art making that is something that I crave. I need accountability to step into, because I can go there, but I have a hard time going there on my own. And so that's where this idea of community comes in. Of we're there to encourage one another, but also sort of hold each other accountable to our own goals and desires. And that kind of word accountable maybe is a little too harsh, but like inspire one another. And I think I'm just speaking out of anxiety right now because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm going to jump right into this assignment that Enthusia Arts graciously gave to me. They said, with your eyes closed, draw a human figure, which is so interesting when you explore playing with what senses you're offering yourself, like depriving yourself of one sense in order to more deeply allows you to more deeply experience another sense. And so as I'm going to blindfold myself and paint on this paint. I have these paint markers I got on their recommendation, and I love them so much. They draw really smoothly. I'm going to use this black marker to start. And so when I'm blindfolded, I'm forced to kind of experience what does my mind conjure? What would a human figure look like? And then I have to feel my way. I have to feel in my body, what does this look like? Because I can't see what I'm doing. I have to intuit what I might be doing. So I am just excited to participate in this activity because I like the invitation. Draw a human figure with your eyes closed, and then next we're gonna open my eyes, and then I'm going to add to the doodle words, shapes, abstract ideas. I can add anything I want to the doodle afterwards. And then I can add color. I can sort of expand beyond that. Maybe I'll add a different medium. Maybe I'll use with some acrylics after I add the doodle and the words. I think that's what I might do. That's what I feel inspired to do. And a lot of this talky is I don't know what you're experiencing of me, and I don't know how to talk you through how to be on the same page as me, and that's like fascinating stuff. We'll talk more about that later. Anyway, here I am learning how to do the whole online thing. I'm gonna pause this and put on some music for myself. I think that helps me get into the mood, so to speak. And I'm gonna grab these watercolors or these acrylics. These are acrylics. Oh, they are cooks. Okay. So it's very important to have everything you need right there. You know, have everything set up, and so you can really dive into the creative process. And so I guess I didn't pause the video. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit play on the music, and I don't know how long I'm gonna take. If you want, if you felt so inspired, what you could do is you could pause this little video now and you could join me. We could listen to some music together, and we can just take a moment to doodle. And so what you need is any piece of paper, any platform. This is just, honestly, this is packing paper. This is just packing paper. I do have nice pens, I'll give you that. But just a pen, watercolor, acrylic, anything you want, really. Draw a human figure. You get to choose. This is an invitation to experience what it's like to do this with your eyes closed. Obviously and clearly, and it goes without saying, we're dropping any sense of judgment from this experience. We're not making art to then look at it and say this is good or bad. We are creating art to simply have the experience of deeply listening to what it means to transmute feeling into the material world through the artistic process. And so, yeah, I'm about to hit play on this little playlist. And then I'm going to find a blindfold. I should do that. Because I'm inclined to cheat, not to cheat per se, but you know, my eyes, you're gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna use this just because I can. This is what I have right here. This is a different sort of activity, but I'm gonna use one of these just because this is a recent birthday present that I received from a friend. And I'm just gonna use this. Okay. All right. So I have my blindfold. I have my materials. I have my music. I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna hit play on the music, and then I'm gonna blindfold myself, and then I'm gonna engage in the art making. First step, draw a human figure. Second step, in case you get ahead of me, with your eyes open, you can then add a doodle, words, shapes, abstract images, ideas to sort of embellish your blindfolded doodle with open-eyed doodle. And then I'm gonna add color. So I'm gonna hit play. Without further ado, I'm gonna hit play, and we're gonna have this little experiment together. All right, see you on the other side. case you've gotten lost in the process, we drew the human figure. Unblindfold yourself after that, and then add just little doodles, words, shapes, and color in a moment. I'm gonna maybe add some acrylic, and we'll just keep going together.
It's a new day. It's a new life for me. I'm feeling fish in the sea. You know how I feel. River running free, running free. Just how I feel. Blossom on the tree, blossom on the tree. You know how it's a new dawn, it's a new day. New dawn, it's a new day. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know just what I mean. Know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun. Know just what I mean. No one else sleep in peace. Day is done. That's what I mean. And this whole world is a bold world. Whole world is a bold world. Stars where you shine. No child.